Hey, Screen Teamers, welcome to a new edition of the Screen Team. We've got some great movies we're going to be reviewing for you this evening. At least I hope. We're going to find out if they're good or not. We're going to be reviewing the best picture of the year, The Shape of Water. Also, an old Disney classic, The Sword in the Stone. But first up, we have got a movie called Meatballs. And if you are a fan of Bill Murray, you got to see this film, man. It is so good. We've got Doug Anderson. Doug, first off, man, good to see you. How are you, brother?
You too, man. I'm doing pretty good today.
I know you're staying really busy. Swamp Whiskey. If you don't know Doug, he is a local musician. He plays drums in the band Swamp Whiskey, and you guys have a new EP out, and you guys are just doing the rounds.
Oh, anywhere and everywhere we can play, we're pushing and pushing and pushing.
Yeah.
It's definitely out of the frying pan into the fire for me, because there for a while I was down and not playing a lot, not down, but I was on the downspin, not playing a lot. Now, bam, almost every single weekend I'm playing somewhere.
So
I love it.
How do you feel? I feel engaged,
good.
Yeah,
I feel good.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, age creeps up on you a little bit. Knees kind of bother me for a drummer. That's a common thing.
Yeah.
From time to time, a little shoulder, if you're banging on the ride cymbal for 5 minutes at a time, it's a little tough, but I can get through it.
And you guys have the new EP out. It's called Drinking Swamp Whiskey, which is, you've got the title track song on there, which is your first single.
Yes.
And you got a couple, I think you've got a song called Riding Down to Memphis or Walking Down to Memphis.
Down to Memphis.
Down to Memphis is another one.
Your basic blues tune. There's nothing fancy about what we do. It's strictly blues rock, southern rock, classic rock and roll. It's just rock and roll.
Cool. If you get a chance, check them out this summer, or you can check them out on Facebook, Swamp Whiskey. Doug, Meatballs. We're getting into this film. This film was filmed in the early 1980s. It's got that 80s feel.
Yeah, it does.
What did you think about this movie, man?
Of course, the first time I saw this, I was just a kid. Mm-hmm. I don't even remember how old I was. I was young. Probably not long after it really come out in the theaters. I thought it was hilarious then.
Yeah.
And I've forgotten how funny it really is. And there's a lot of parts that skip my mind, and I start thinking about other things. But when I watched it here a while back, I found myself just doubled over on the floor again, just rolling laughing.
Yeah. For me, the big part is Bill Murray. Bill Murray.
He makes the movie.
He makes the movie. Like, this is his driving, starring vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
He's had other films, Stripes and Ghostbusters, but those had, a good ensemble. This one, it's him.
Was another good one.
You're right. Caddyshack was another one. This one, it's him.
Because I think there were 2 or 3 other spinoffs of this movie, Meatballs 2, 3, 4. And
I think Corey Feldman was in the third one.
Corey Feldman was in the third one. And, it wasn't bad because he made that movie.
Sure.
And even though it wasn't that good, but nothing compares to the first.
Yeah.
That whole movie is just hilarious. And there's nothing dirty about it.
Yeah. There's no nudity. There's very little, bad language in this film.
Yeah, I guess in today's standards, it would probably be considered PG-13 because of the subject matter.
Sure.
But to me, it was a very light 13. More of a PG.
Yeah.
Because, it's all about the pranks and stuff that the guys do at camp.
Right.
It's funny. It's a very lighthearted, funny movie.
Yeah.
Not quite. Well, I guess you could say it's a family movie. It's definitely not a Disney movie.
Right.
It's it's family fun.
I remember watching this with my dad when I was younger. So, we've got Bill Murray. He's like, number 2 in charge. He's like, he's the head of the younger counselors.
Yes.
He makes sure that they do or not do what they're supposed to be doing. But I love Bill Murray's interaction with the head of the camp. Morty,
that's him, Morty. Yeah.
Hey, Mickey.
Just constantly just mispronouncing his name.
Right.
And the guys go, Morty, it's Morty. You know this. Okay, Mickey.
And the pranks that they pull on him, like when he's asleep. Like the next day is like Parents' Day or whatever.
Yeah. Hi, Morty. He's at the gate in his bed. The very last prank was the best one when he was on the lake. When he steps off of the raft and falls right into the lake. Oh my God, it was great.
Yeah. Another good comedy event in this film is you've got the Bill Murray's camp, which is kind of I don't want to say a rundown camp, but it's more for the lower class.
Yeah, it's working class, lower class kind of people. And then
you got Camp Mohawk.
Yes.
Which is more of the upper class camp. And
all the time rivalry.
One of my favorite scenes, and I don't want to say the dialogue because I'm just going to blow it, but you're at the very first scene, you're getting introduced to everybody going to camp, and for some reason there's a news reporter there, and he's interviewing people about Camp Mohawk, and he runs into Bill Murray, who doesn't work for Camp Mohawk, but he gets interviewed anyway, and his dialogue is just so Bill Murray and so good.
Yeah, because it's so spot on.
Yeah,
I mean, that guy's just comic genius. It's natural.
Yeah, very much so. You mentioned a lot of the family fare to this. We've got Rudy.
Yes.
Who's he's a young boy. He doesn't have a lot of self-confidence in himself.
Yeah, I think either his parents had divorced or his mother had passed away or something. It's kind of a sob story, underlying. But you kind of feel sorry for the kids. He's got no friends. He has no clue about anything. So down. And Bill Murray takes him under his wing.
Yeah.
And that was so cool.
Yeah.
Just total mentor.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So you got a soft spot for the kid.
You got any favorite characters in this film?
Bill Murray.
Yeah. I like Spaz.
Spaz is pretty good, yeah. Spaz is pretty good. I'm trying to think of their camp song. Oh, Lord. I can't think how it goes, but it's so funny.
Oh, man. I have like little tinges in my head of it.
Yeah, I've got the melody in my mind, but I cannot think of...
We are the members of... Na, 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 na.
Yeah.
We come from cities near and far. No, I don't think... I might be singing something else. I don't know,
man. I
man.
can't think of it either, but it's funny.
Anyway.
It is funny.
Meatballs, is this a multiple watch for you?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
It's been years and years since I've seen the movie. Couldn't remember the last time I saw it. And when I started watching it again, I mean, we're probably talking 10, 15 years or better.
Sure.
And then instantly, bam, I remember this. I remember this. I remember it. Just, you don't forget it. Once you've watched it, you don't forget it.
It's true. Movie's called Meatballs, stars Bill Murray. Make sure you give it a watch if you haven't seen it. It's you'll definitely laugh a lot. I trust it.
You should check it out. It's a very funny movie.
Doug, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We got more reviews coming your way next, right here on the Screen Team.